My name is Gavin Evans, and this is my review of The Man Without a Face. And very misleading title because the man did have a face. But this is Mel Gibson's directed movie that nobody talks about. Everybody knows about Braveheart and Hacksaw Ridge and Apocalypto and The Passion of the Christ, but no one talks or even knows about this movie. So I figured it would be for good reason. I didn't have high expectations, and I enjoyed this movie enough. It's one of those movies that while I was watching it, I'm just like, oh, this is actually really good. Why don't people talk about it more? And then I woke up this morning and I'm just like, what happened in that movie again? It's very good when you're watching it, but it just doesn't stay with you. It's one of those overly sentimental movies that we got a bunch in the 80s and 90s, and it does a fine job at that, but it doesn't have the staying power as something like Manchester by the Sea. But anyways, let's begin talking about the cast. First with Mel Gibson, and I think he does a good job here. I think he's got a good screen presence. He brings a certain sweetness and honesty to this character. But I will say, whenever he's supposed to be getting along with the kid and he starts laughing a lot, I didn't find his laughs to be convincing. And you've got Nick Starr playing the main kid, and I thought he was good for the most part. Stronger in some moments than others, but for the most part he did good. Then you've got Faye Masterson, who plays his sister, and I thought she did a really good job. You've also got Gabby Hoffman playing the little sister, and I thought she was great. So funny, and she stole every scene she was in. She kind of reminds me of the girl from The Black Phone, Madeline McGraw, I think is her name, but yeah, Gabby Hoffman did great, and I wish she was in the movie more. You've also got Margaret White playing the mom, and she does a good job. And the main friendship that forms in this movie, you do buy into it. It does have a certain sweetness to it. While everything going on in the background with this family and the kid's real dad, I actually thought had some very heavy moments, some really effective moments. And the story just explores just how vile people can be and how judgmental they are and how that can manifest in these terrible assumptions and in ways that only make things worse. And can you ever overcome terrible mistakes you've made? Do you deserve any joy after terrible mistakes? And it also touches into that feeling of growing up and starting to figure things out and coming to terms with your emotion and who you are as a person. And I think it all does that very well. The direction was fine. The makeup was good on Mel Gibson's face. But like, there isn't much to this movie. It's about this friendship between this disfigured man and this boy who he starts to tutor. And that's really all there is to the movie. It does go into some pretty dark, heavy territory in the last act. And I get why they went there. I'm not saying it detracted away from the movie for me, but I definitely enjoyed the first two acts more. The very ending does feel a bit rushed, but it does manage to end on a sweet enough note. And yeah, I enjoyed it. I recommend it. I might pick it up one day. I know some people who will love this movie, but it's just one I enjoyed. Oh, that's sweet. And I won't think about it again until I decide to put it in again. It doesn't have much staying power, but still worth a watch, so I'm going to go ahead and give it a 6 out of 10. Okay, did you watch The Man Without a Face? Face off. But what did you think about it? Let me know in the comments down below. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for some more videos soon. And Gavin, out.